Jerry, how you doing?
With this stuff.
All right. Did you build it?
I did. I've had it since high school.
Since high school?
I bought it from the original owner.
Right.
I'm the second owner.
Okay.
Matching numbers, all original.
Yeah, it's a real Z, but I don't have the 302 in it. When I bought it, it had a 327. I pulled it out and I put a 350 in there.
Okay.
And I've had that car 37 years now.
So how long have you had the car?
That's my 16th birthday present.
16. So at least for 5 years.
Yeah.
So you're old enough to drink.
So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is a nice, cold December morning here in the Tampa area of Florida. When I say cold, it's in the 40s. And we are going to Pinellas Park, and we're following this guy who probably is going the same place we are. There's a big Toys for Tots show going on down here. And so it's at a really, really cool place called Quaker Steak and Oil. It's actually, I think, a restaurant. We've never been, but it's supposedly pretty cool, and they have a couple of them around, I think, around the country, but at least down here in Florida. So we're gonna head down there, and there's all kinds of stuff coming, especially for you van guys. From what I understand, there's a lot of vans gonna be here, and that'll be a good preview to the van museum that we're going to next week. So come along. It's a beautiful, clear, crisp, cold Saturday morning in December, and this is to make some kids happy and help them get some presents. And we are on our way down to Pinellas Park, which is right above Tampa near Clearwater. So one of the things when you go to these Toys for Tots events, please have some. I got a couple Mayatso, let's see, Mustang, and a Ford GT, and I think this one is a Challenger. Yeah, so we got some toys to donate today. So when you go to one of these events, especially Toys for Tots at Christmas, please bring a toy. They don't cost that much. I mean, these three cars, they're nice sized cars, but you could bring Hot Wheel cars. Every kid loves Hot Wheel cars. So we stopped, we got toys to donate, and now we're only about half an hour away. Hey guys, so we are here early for the Toys for Tots show, and right in front of me, nice Mustang, really sweet Stang, a 4-speed air car, 289. Nice. All right, we're gonna go in and see what's going on. A lot of cars here early. There goes, well, here comes a couple of cars with blowers on them and everything else. So we are going to check out what's here. So stay tuned. Junkyards and Barn Finds. We're a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Man, that is a sweet car. First car we're putting on this morning. What's your name? I'm Sean.
Jerry.
Hey Jerry, how you doing?
With this stuff.
All right. Did you build it?
I did. I've had it since high school.
Since high school? Wow.
1972, yeah.
So 72, it didn't look like this at 72. I know these aren't factory options.
No.
So you had it when you bought it in 72, was this what, just a basic
It was a 440
GTX?
Magnum, 4-speed, yeah.
Okay, and then when did it become this? Or just over
I
time
put the
little
first
thing?
Hemi in it in 1974 during that first gas crisis. You know, I bought a whole complete.
Well, that was back when you couldn't get a Hemi. Everybody kept them in crates in their garage because they didn't want to use them.
Well, they had them, but the cars, you know, they came out of a 68. This is the second one. I blew one up racing. This is the second one. But the first one I bought was a complete with the K-frame for $500.
Wow.
Somebody pulled it out of a Roadrunner because of the gas crisis.
Right.
You know, they wanted to put a 383 in it. So.
And then when is this tubbed?
Yeah.
So when did you go serious to go, okay, I want to stick it through the engine and tub it and everything?
Painted and tubbed was in 1988, along with the motor. The motor's been there since 1988, just the way it sits, basically.
Wow.
Put a 4-link under it a couple, I don't know, 5 years ago or so, but
So this is dependable. I mean, it's built dependable then.
it's a 6.5 to 1 compression motor. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I built it just to drive.
So it's a dry, I mean, it's got some intimidation factor, but
Yeah. The worst part is the summertime, the heat, you know, you can't dissipate it fast enough.
And you know, there's probably something you could do to make it stand out from the crowd, but you probably just want to be a sleeper. It's like a sleeper.
I'm retired now. I don't want to, you know, I
Wow.
want to mess around with it.
So any ideas what horsepower or anything you got, or you
About 7 1/4.
son can pull the wheels off the ground if you want to?
You know, maybe with a good set of slicks, but I've
Right.
never tried.
Do you race it or anything, or it's just for fun?
Just cruise around.
It's just for a cool
Sit in the
factor and
ground.
fun factor, and
Yeah,
this would have been a cover car for like Hot Rod or Carcraft in the 80s.
5 times.
Oh, it's been on it. Okay, I was gonna
Mopar
say.
muscle, popular hot rod. And I can't remember a couple more. So it's been
in all the big magazines
in the
back in
90s.
90s when. Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's a real one.
Well, absolutely cool. Can I take some video of it?
Yeah.
Oh, appreciate it. Thanks, sir. Thanks for talking. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. And guys, this was like this in the 80s when nobody else had these. I mean, we see a lot of them when we were just over at the Daytona for the turkey run. There was a whole group of cars like this, but this thing has been in popular hot rodding, Hot Rod, Carcraft, all those magazines back in the 80s and 90s, when seeing something like this was crazy. You rarely ever see something like this on the road. And the intimidation factor, I mean,
Like a supercharged car.
he said this has been like this since the 80s, and he's owned it since the early 70s. So it's just, and second Hemi. And he had a Hemi back when we talked about, in other times I've talked about Hemis back in the 80s when nobody would touch them. They would just stick them in crates because they didn't want to use them because nobody was going to make them anymore. And
Of course, now you can
So-
buy crazy ones.
yeah, and
This
that's,
is the original.
but this is an old school Hemi.
69.
Yeah, this isn't somebody buying one today out of, you know, the Mopar catalog. This was real world Roadrunner.
That over here. We're pretty close to it.
Oh yeah.
You don't mind?
You do whatever you're gonna do. I'm just,
Pretty close to
and we've never, I don't think we've ever had this car. I'll ask him if he was up in Carlisle or at the turkey runs, but I don't think we've ever had this car on the channel before, guys. Let's see. It's a 426 Hemi, balanced and blueprinted. Wow. Everything. I'm not even gonna talk about all the stuff that's been happening to this thing, but it's been in the 82 people hot rodding, popular hot rodding, 1993 Mopar Muscle, Carcraft magazine in 94, Carcraft in 93. I'm sorry, 95. Cruising USA in '98, and it's been in the family since 1972 when he was in high school. This was his high school car. So if you went to Dade County High School in 1972, this car was in your high school parking lot. Look at that. So he should have a little sign, intimidating other drivers for 40 years.
Our annual Quaker Steak and Lube Holiday Car and Truck Show. We're accepting donations of toys and gifts and food donations. If you bring something, please put your name on the list. We've got special trophies today for whoever brings the most toys and whoever brings the most food. There's no one in line at registration. Come on up and get your car registered.
And funny thing is, I don't see power brakes.
Check that. Not yet, not yet. 10 o'clock. Bathroom's open at 10 o'clock. No?
All
They're
right.
not open yet. Bathrooms are not open yet. I'll let you know as soon as they get open.
And this is a real GTX. Hey Sean, so tell me a little bit about the Shelby. How long have you had it?
I've had it for a while, yeah.
Okay, and it's a KR,
KR,
King of the Road.
bone stock, yeah.
so
Right out of the Shelby factory.
just the way it should have been, right?
Exactly.
So, and yeah, it's a beautiful car, and they're a lot more rare because when back, this is an S197, so what year is this? 07?
09.
09, okay. So that first version, people, they weren't as, Shelby wasn't making as many as like now.
Right.
You know, when they first came out, they were still special Shelbys
Yep.
and Carroll Shelby and all, but then
More of a limited production.
yeah, and now it's kind of, it became just like an option for Ford, but this was a Shelby.
Right.
So-
Come out of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, what they did is they reintroduced it in 08. In 09, there was no body change, no modifications other than what Shelby did.
Right.
And they wanted to mimic the 68 Shelby GT KR.
Yeah.
Yeah. The KR is king of the road.
King of the Road, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet car though, man. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Well, thanks for talking to me, man.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.
You? How you doing? I'm Sean. Junkyards and Barn Finds for a YouTube channel. So, a real Z28 from 67. Very, oh, 68. Okay. Really? And a 4-speed car. Is that the original 302?
Yeah. Everything's original.
Is that 400 miles since the since it was redone? Or?
No, actually, no. There's 60,400.
Oh,
actual
60.
miles.
Okay,
Actual
60,000. Okay, I didn't see the 6.
That's actual miles.
So 60,000 on a real Z28 from 1968 with the original 4-speed and the original 302. Wow, how long have you had it?
About 2 years.
2 years? Beautiful. And it did not come with the cow induction hood.
No, actually, that cow induction hood didn't come out till late '68.
Okay.
And that's when we could. And then 2 4-barrel carburetors, I think, were an option that you had to. They didn't install it; you had to put it on, I believe.
Right.
Very few of those around. Really was the '69, more of the '69.
Right.
Option. That's when the cow. But you could get the hood, but it was an.
And it's got the single mirror. So is this how it came, like without really any improvements?
As far as from the factory?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically the stock car, right? It even has a smog pump on it.
Wow. What's your first name?
Joel.
Hey Joel, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah. And then the badging on this would be up here.
The only thing that, and I have them at home brand new, is the tires are Junkyard GTs.
Right.
Which I special ordered. It took like 5 months to get them, and I got them about a month and a half ago, and I haven't put them on. They're the bias one.
Right. Kind of like his red lines on that kind of.
Yeah, but the ones I have are the original for the car.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good jury.
Now, is that, did it come with the power brakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disc brakes in the front, drum in the back.
So you didn't even change those. A lot of people will, but you didn't even touch that. Is that a what is, that's the smog pump, right? Is it a California car or something? Or?
I bought the car out of Arizona.
Okay.
But it was around the Carolinas and Maryland. It came out of Maryland.
Oh, okay. Purchased new, sold to Roger Francis. And then you're a 3rd owner?
No, 4th.
Oh, 4th owner, okay. So. And I like that you highlighted the tag so people can see it. So.
Everything, all that's original.
And they even have the markings, the build marks on it.
It's a real Z, but I don't have the 302 in it. When I bought it, it had a 327. I pulled it out and I put a 350 in there.
Okay.
And I've had that car 37 years now.
Wow.
And that body, where everything you see the way it is now,
right,
is 35 years old.
So you bought it before it cost more than the garage you're going to park it in.
The sticker price that I seen that I bought it off was $2,900.
Wow.
It was on a car lot, and I gave the car lot $1,000 cash and a car on a trade-in.
Wow.
And I got the this is the show downtown.
Oh, okay.
1990.
Oh, wow.
And that car is the same way as it sits then. And then right after I bought the car, just for the heck of it, I went and had it appraised.
So
it appraised for $2,800.
$2,800. What was the date? 1987. Yeah, that's about what they would go for back in the day.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yeah, and the sticker price was $2,900.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
And it's got, if we look at that, it's a real Z. So you guys can see it's got the Z, right? Yep. So. Wow.
yeah, the funny thing, when
Is this the original color?
it is, it's Le Mans blue, and the story behind that is when after the body work was done, I got the body work done right down here. I was going to paint it a different color.
Right.
And when the guy that I took it to, he says, no, he says, you need to put it back to the original color, the color that it's coded for.
Right.
And that's color code 71.
And your first name is?
Ron.
Ron.
Yeah.
So I just met Ron. Ron's watched the channel.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And-
Big fan.
So, and then this is the cool thing. You run into people and they got a cool car that's going to be on the channel today. So we're going to put this up today.
Well, thanks, Sean.
But no, I appreciate it. And it's just a gorgeous car.
Thank you.
So I like the white headers. Is there a story behind that? Or?
No, I had,
Or just-
when I was younger, I had a car that I raced, and I have white headers. I mean, that was a thing back in 1969.
Okay.
And when I got this, I thought, nah, that might set the engine off a little bit. And I do get a lot of compliments on the white headers.
Well, you don't see them much. I didn't know if it was like you know, everybody now wraps them with the heat
Yeah.
stuff. So, but wow, very cool.
Thank you.
So, 4-speed.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So you never know who you're gonna run into, guys. So there's somebody that watches the channel.
My kids won't let me sell this.
Now, did this come with the hard top, or did it have a vinyl roof? Because a lot of times they came vinyl roof.
it's hard.
Oh, okay. So, and it had the cow. Is that a cow induction?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did it come with the cow induction hood?
When I bought it, no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. The
Originally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, wow. Very cool. Awesome, man.
Same color as his. I got a 70 bat. It's
Oh, nice.
It's Mulsanne blue. There's one little.
Is that a 427? Because it's got an L88 hood on it, right? Is it the L80 hood?
No, it's not an L80 hood. It's an LT. It could be the LT1 hood, which is 350, 370
Oh, okay.
horse, or it could be a 454 hood.
Okay.
But it's a 350, 350. But I've got like 450 horse.
Oh, nice.
I got to run 110 octane.
Sweet.
I was gonna bring him. It's just so many nice cars.
Sweet. How you doing? Sean with Junkyards and Barn Finds. We're a YouTube channel. And I am a Chevelle guy. How you doing? So tell me a little bit about the Hot Wheels car, because it looks like a Hot Wheels car with the flames, the stance, the center lines, old school. Is that an Offenhauser, or what do you got?
No, that's a brand new Sniper, Holly Sniper.
Okay,
Just came out this year.
And Nelson competition.
He built the motor. He put the motor
And that's
together.
a 555 cubic inch.
Yeah.
How many horse though?
I try not to say.
Okay, more than a 1 per cubic inch.
I street race.
Okay, so more than 1 per cubic
Oh
inch.
yeah, definitely.
So-
And then the nitrous, of course, is on.
So it's on laughing gas. And what do you have for a transmission? 4-speed?
Just a Muncie 4-speed.
Okay,
yeah.
Muncie, and what do you
12-volt rear end.
and what you running, like 456s?
No,
or
it's just 411.
411.
Yeah.
So this is like an 80s like street car.
Yeah, it's my
I mean,
car.
to me, other than like the engine part, but the 411 gears and the 4 Muncie and all. I mean, it's like what we would have had in high school back in the 80s when I was in high school, but just a hell of a lot nicer, probably. And with the gas, a lot of people didn't have gas back then.
Yeah.
So, and I love they're kind of ghost flames at the front, and they kind of turn into it. So how long have you had the car?
That's my 16th birthday present.
16. So at least for 5 years.
Yeah.
So you're old enough to drink.
Yeah, my dad got it for me for my 16th birthday.
Now, at the time, was it just a stock?
Oh yeah. yeah.
Now, is it a real SS?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it was a real big block car at the time.
And unfortunately, you don't give a 16-year-old a 4-speed 396. It lasted 2 weeks
Okay.
because I didn't know how to shift. And once I got it in first gear, I wouldn't take it to second. The guys were all screaming at me, but I said, I got it running, I got it running. So I blew that one up. And then my father came home. He was a GM exec. He came home, and then he said, all right, I'll get you one more motor. So he did. Well, now I know how to shift.
Right.
I don't know about redlining.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that went the second motor.
Wow.
So I put it away. I got a new car from my dad, and I didn't look at it till 1989.
Wow. So, and that's why the body's in such good shape and everything.
It only has total with the new everything. This is all brand new. That motor has a little over 600 miles on it.
Okay.
Maybe 57,000 miles total.
Wow. And most of those are quarter or stoplight to stoplight.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. It's got like the big meats in the back, the small ones, the centerline wheels. Like it's just I mean, it's like a classic. It literally, guys, this looks like a hot rod or like a Hot Wheels car. I'm sure there was a Hot Wheels made just like this with the flames and that color and those wheels.
And that motor.
So, yeah. So if you look at probably half the yearbooks from like the 1970s and 80s, there's one of these sitting with those wheels and somebody in a high school parking lot.
And I had to have those made, velocity stacks, because the way the intake manifold is, which is brand new,
right?
And so are the carburetors. They're only, I think, 8 1/4 inch spacing between them.
Oh.
Well, all the ones that are made like aftermarket are 9 inch.
Oh,
so
okay.
they wouldn't work. So I had to have those made.
Wow. Well, so now have you say he races it at 55 miles an hour from stoplight to stoplight. Has it ever been on the track? Oh, okay. So, well, it's absolutely cool. I love it. And when you redid it, you cleaned up the whole engine bay, you cleaned up the firewall.
You know, the rain or snow.
Right.
I took all the controls.
But if you look at it, serial number, it is a 66 and it is an SS big block car. So it is a big block car, guys. Look at this thing. It is absolutely beautiful. Her shifter with the red button on there. So that's a new dash, right? The digital dash, not digital dash, but it's a new dash. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful car.
Registration will be open for 1 more hour.
That's all brand new wiring.
And for those who see, if he pulls up next to you, you know, you should, especially, this car doesn't go that fast. It's all for show. So if you want to take his money, bet him like 50 bucks and just take his money. It doesn't go fast. It just looks fast. So it just looks fast. Well, thanks a lot, man. Cool. Hey guys, you know, when we walk around, we've already met a couple people here, and you are?
John Edwards.
John Edwards, and I just met John, who used to have cars.
I was an auto body technician all my life.
And so he watches the channel, and that's one of the cool things when we come to car shows, is I get to meet people who watch, and then they say I'm just as goofy and stupid in real life as I am on the channel.
I like that part, though.
But yeah.
You know, some get mechanical. Some of the people that have.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to do that yet. but yeah, so we're just here in we're at Quaker Steak and Lube.
Yeah.
And this is like a Christmas show. I brought some presents down for the kids, and there's a lot of nice cars here. There's a lot of nice cars in Tampa.
Oh yeah.
And you're from here, right? Like
yeah,
this area.
I live in Bay Pines area, down by Madeira Beach, right by the bridge.
So this is like a car community. So we haven't even touched on anything. You watch the channel, you haven't really seen anything from here yet.
Not too much. You did one in Newport Richie.
Right.
Yeah. But everywhere you find car people.
Yeah. And everybody's pretty friendly.
I've never met a car person I didn't like.
So.
You know, it may have a different taste in vehicle.
I'm not telling you who I just said, but there's somebody that we all know that we don't. That is not a nice human being.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you may have different tastes in vehicles, but when it comes right down to it, you got motor oil in your life.
So, well, I appreciate meeting you, man. Merry Christmas and everything. Thanks for watching.
And thanks for putting videos up.
Oh, appreciate it. So, thanks. So this is yours, I'm assuming? So, and it's a real king of the road. April
Should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?